Thanks, Mark. In the Fox 6 Health Center this morning, we're talking about voice changes and how they can lead to a very serious problem. Joining us to talk about this, Dr. Madan Kandula. Thank you so much. You're here from St. Joseph's.
Thank you.
And we're saying, now this covers anything that affects, I guess, the way your voice sounds,
Correct. Yeah, pretty much anything that affects either the sound, the loudness of your voice, or the quality of your voice.
Okay, and this sometimes has to do with medical disorders, sometimes the weather. I mean, it can vary.
Yeah, it's usually, as far as voice box goes, it's sort of the crossroads between your head and the rest of your body. And so things that affect your head or your lungs or anything else can affect your voice.
Okay, and talk about some of us who might experience it temporarily during cold weather or change in temperatures.
Right. Well, the cold weather, one of the things that happens when it's cold outside is people are around each other. There's a lot of colds and other things like that, as we all know. And the other thing that sort of can stem from that are sinus infections and other things that cause drainage. The cold in and of itself causes dryness, and in the voice box, dryness is another big factor as far as causing problems with the voice.
Okay, so if the problem is serious enough, what kind of treatments are there?
Well, it depends on what the problem is. I mean, we could be talking something as simple as a common cold. We could be talking something as complicated as a cancer. And so if your voice is changing on you and it stays persistent, the best thing to do is to get it checked out.
Right, so absolutely turn to your doctor. You said a lot of medicines, but also surgical procedures.
Correct. It depends on what we end up finding. So there's a type of doctor like myself who's an ENT doctor who can actually look at the voice box. If we see a problem on the vocal cords, such as a growth or anything like that, then we can go to surgery and address that.
Okay, so what about tips on avoiding this altogether?
Really, the best thing is to stay well hydrated. If you have a cold, many of us are doing things where we need to use our voice, like you. And so in those situations, trying to keep your hydration up as much as possible when you take a hit like a cold is the best thing you can do.
Very good information. There you have it. Dr. Kandula from St. Joseph's. We appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Kim.
Thanks a lot.